Hello, this is a presentation about ITIL Service Strategy. ITIL Service Strategy is the way of determining the direction your IT infrastructure is going to go. It's taking the business needs, customer needs, the market situation, the potential value added, and making measurements in order to determine all of that in order to know what decisions you should make in your IT infrastructure. Each of us is going to talk a little bit about each of these sections to help understand how they all fit together to create a cohesive service strategy.
So I will be talking about determining business needs. So in order to determine business needs, you need to understand the key principle of customers do not buy products, they buy the satisfaction of particular needs. And once you understand this key principle, you must understand who is an existing or potential customer, who is your market. And after you have a brief understanding, general understanding of your market, you must achieve a deep understanding of the customer needs by asking, what are the customer needs and when and why do their needs occur? So throughout this presentation, we will be using an example of Pet B&B as an ITIL service strategy company. And so first, we find that there are people who sometimes travel that need a pet sitter while they are away. That we have determined who the potential market is, as well as their needs and when and why do they occur.
Once you determine the business needs, you can begin to designate customers. You need to make sure that you separate your customers into internal or external customers, so people inside of your company or people outside of the company that pay your company for a particular good or service. You want to make sure you identify a champion who represents the customer. This is someone who understands the customer needs intimately and can be a liaison between the development of the particular infrastructure item or project and the customers that's going to be using it. You also want to create customer profiles. These profiles identify different aspects of customers and can help you ensure that the way you create your project or the infrastructure will meet the needs of whatever customers you decide to target. So in the example of Pet B&B, you're going to have both hosts and guests. Hosts are going to include world-traveling pet owners, people that go all over the place but don't necessarily want to bring their pets with them. They also are, people who need a break from their pets are part of this guests group. Hosts could include people who want to try before you buy a pet. They want to make sure that they're going to enjoy having a pet, or they're current satisfied pet owners that are perfectly happy having an extra pet in their home for a short time.
And then you need to be able to understand the market that your business is in so that you can make the correct decisions. So understanding the market, you need to understand who the customers are, as we previously talked about. We need to understand who the competitors are and who the potential competitors could be. You need to understand the dynamics of the marketplace and the critical success factors that are unique to that market. So in the example of Pet B&B, we have our market of people who want to travel or want a break from their pets, and they are the target customers. And then we also have potential or competitors who are already established kennel places.
After you have determined your customer and put that customer within the context of a market and how you're going to address that, you need to address how you calculate the value added for that customer. Now, value added is really defined by the customer and how they perceive the business outcomes to support their needs and their desires. So specifically, their service value is the equivalent of service utility, which is what the customer gets in terms of outcomes supported or constraints removed, plus the service warranty, which is how the service is delivered and its fitness for use in terms of availability, capacity, continuity, and security. In the case of Pet B&B, some utility may be having a safe, healthy environment for pet while out of town, and the warranty might also be having a wide availability for the service without feeling like you need to inconvenience its neighbors. And this is what provides value to the customers for using Pet B&B.
One thing to ensure that you're actually providing value is by specifying measurements. These measurements provide a ruler or a yardstick for knowing if the service that you are trying to render is providing value and is effective at doing so. So you want to make sure that you create measurement criteria before you implement any service or product. That way you can set a baseline to know if there is improvement in the actual implementation of the product. Creating automated measurement tools will improve this process to make sure that those measurements are calculated immediately instead of just at the end or whenever you decide to make the calculations. Using these measurements can allow you to adjust your service plan and your strategy as time goes on and as you collect those measurements. So with Pet B&B, you might want to measure how many registered hosts are there, how many registered pet owners, the number of bookings per month, and ratings for both the hosts and the guests to ensure that everyone's getting a good experience.
In conclusion, when developing your ITIL service strategy, you must understand business and customer needs. You must match strategy direction with business and customer needs. You must use your market research to inform your ITIL strategy. You must ensure the strategy adds value to the customers and the business, and you must measure the results to observe outcomes improvements.